There are few things more spectacular in MMA than a clean knockout. But not all martial artists deal in blunt force trauma. Some prefer a less direct path to the W, the choke. Rooted in the grappling arts of BJJ and judo, chokes exploit the necessity of the human brain to receive a constant supply of blood and oxygen. In MMA, the most popular of these is the rear naked choke, also known as the mata leão, lion killer, or hadaka jime. It is a standard of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and it is applied from the safest position in a fight, the opponent's back. Using the legs as hooks to control the lower part of the body, the rear naked choke is applied by placing the forearm across the opponent's neck and closing the windpipe, cutting off their air supply. It accounts for over a third of all submission victories in the UFC. The next most popular choke is the humble guillotine. Like the rear naked choke, the guillotine also works by cutting off the windpipe, but is applied from a face-to-face position. With the arm across the opponent's chin, the head is then brought forward to constrict the airway. The position can be made more effective by engaging the legs around the opponent's hips to increase the leverage on the neck.
Yeah, Salman Min's got to get both hands connected and then start to posture up. There it is!
Even more subtle are the class of chokes known as vascular, or blood chokes. The effectiveness of this class of technique relies on constricting the two carotid arteries that run up either side of the neck and provide blood to the brain and face. The classic version is the triangle choke, which cuts an artery with one leg and uses the opponent's own shoulder to cut the other. Correctly applied, the triangle choke can render an opponent unconscious before they are even aware they are in trouble.
He's gone. He's gone. It's going to be stopped, surely. He's got no...
The same principle can be applied with the arms for the head and arm choke. Attacked from the top position, the head and arm choke uses the attacker's biceps and the opponent's shoulder to cut the blood supply.
Deep, Steve. He's in the half guard, but if that knee pops out, here comes the arm triangle. That's pretty tight.
Watch for the tap now. It's there. Yuji Shimada.
He's able to
Finally, the Darce and Anaconda choke, both of which use the opponent's shoulder to block one artery. The Darce, sometimes called the Bravo, blocks the other artery with the attacker's wrist.
Bicep, and he's getting deep into an Anaconda type choke there.
I'm not sure that Charatana had a hand to tap out with for a moment there, although it's free now, but that is looking pretty tight, Mitch, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of space on one side, but that's really tight.
He's tapped it so
beautiful.
While the Anaconda reverses the grip to use the attacker's biceps to block the other artery. The beauty of all of these techniques is that when used right, they can end a fight with little to no long-term damage to either fighter. And reducing head trauma in the fight game is something we can all get behind. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.